Finally.
Finally. Sorry for the long wait. How are you guys?
No worries. Doing great.
Where are you guys right now?
We're all in LA in our houses right now, in Los Angeles.
And you're right now on tour, right?
No, we're not. We're about to go on tour in like a couple weeks, so we're just preparing. For
Starting April 22.
That's really cool. And also, well, you're now in LA, which is also like another Mexican city. So how's your Spanish, guy?
Embarrassing.
Embarrassing.
It's not. It's not functional.
Okay, it's gonna get better during this interview.
Yeah.
We're gonna continue in Spanish, so don't worry. Just like answer what you understand. Don't answer what you don't understand. It's gonna be pretty easy.
Did you at least take some Spanish lessons at school?
Yeah, but American schools are not very good.
Well, what did you learn? What do you know how to say in Spanish?
No, I'm not doing this.
Okay.
What about Lola?
So how's the weather there? It looks like a warm day, you know.
I can't roll my R's. It's bad.
She can't roll her R's.
Yeah, well, yeah. Oh, you can. See, that's you almost know Spanish. Like you can roll the R's, so it's perfect. And yeah, so you guys are about to go on tour, as you just said. We thought the tour already started, and you have like some big tour dates, like with really big bands, like Tame Impala,
The OCs.
the OCs. Yeah, like you are touring like with the rock and roll's biggest bands. And how do you feel about it? Are you guys excited? Do you even get nervous anymore? Or is it like just a normal tour for you guys?
Now with parquet courts.
Every one of the best bands right now.
We're also opening for Idols for a few shows, if you know that band. They're another big, like
Yeah.
you said, rock star-y.
Yeah, we had Idols here last week.
Yeah.
No, 2 weeks ago they were here at our station, at our studio.
Oh, wow. In Mexico?
Yeah.
In Mexico, yeah. Amazing band. From all those bands, is there one in particular that you're most excited?
I'm really excited for Parquet Courts the most.
Amazing.
There,
We have.
Yeah,
We also had them. We also had Andrew Savage here at the station, and yeah, well, it's amazing that you guys are touring with such great bands. What can you tell us about the tour dates?
They're quickly approaching.
There's a lot of them.
You have,
I have them here. We're playing like Seattle, Vancouver, Portland, Oakland, Los Angeles, all like the last week of April. So if you're in one of those cities and you're listening to this radio station, you should come.
Are you those bands that are rehearsal a lot, or are you doesn't like to rehearsal too much? You know, how's the chemistry of the band on that path?
We like to practice a lot. Sometimes it's hard for us to schedule ourselves, like we're all working a lot and stuff, but we get in quite a few practices before we go out.
That's really cool. And well, it's like I play in a DIY band. I'm not as professional as you guys, but I don't know how to manage the time, like tour, rehearse, and work. How do you guys do it? Like you're going on a big tour. When do you have time to write the songs? Because you just released some new music. You just released, or you're gonna release Excess, the new album. But how did you manage to get the time to rehearse, to record, to tour, to write music? How do you do it?
We just don't do anything else besides that.
Yeah,
We have no free time.
I mean, there was the pandemic, so that was easy to not do anything but write music. But going forward, yeah, you just gotta like commit to it.
Well, we started out DIY too. We still are. Kind of.
Yeah, we consider ourselves that. Yeah, I would say not professional at all.
What makes a band professional?
People telling you that it's professional.
Okay, I feel like you guys are a pretty professional band.
or maybe people giving you money to play.
Yeah, that's it.
Probably money is the only.
The money,
Yeah.
that's it, then yeah. We don't need other jobs to support us.
That's my dream. I'm so jealous right
Alex needs his job to keep playing in his DIY band.
now. Yeah, I would quit being a radio DJ if people would pay me to play.
Fran and I surrender.
Yeah. Not yet.
But yeah, tell us. We just saw your new video directed by Ámbar Navarro, and tell us a bit about the video because it seems professional. But it's also like,
that's all Ambar. She's a great director, and her DP Max too. They're just, when you have someone that knows what they're doing, you just like let them make a video, and it looked. We were really happy about it because I think it's like the story of like what the song is about. It kind of portrayed that really well. You know, the end of humanity, I guess.
and it mixes like it's like futuristic but also retro at the same time. Like you imagined the future in the 50s. Am I right?
Yeah, definitely inspired by that kind of stuff.
It looks like a Star Trek episode.
No, but it's really cool. So when you do videos, like how do you? Well, this video was really cool, and that's how I met Ambar for the first time. But how did you get to work with her? How do you choose the video director, and how do you start working with them? How do you tell them what you want?
Ambar. Oh, sorry, you can go.
I mean, Ambar's just been been going to shows that we've been going to a lot and been doing like videos for a lot of our friends. And so she's been wanting to do one for us for a little while now. And we like her stuff. And so she sent us a treatment and we liked it a lot. And that's how it happened. And she did it like really fast and very professional.
Yeah, we told her about like our interests and stuff, and she like incorporated that into the story. Personal touches like that really set her apart.
Yeah.
That's really cool. And now that we're also talking about the creative part, when you started recording, was it during the pandemic or after the pandemic? And how did the pandemic hit you creatively?
There was so much time to think in the pandemic, to read, educate ourselves about what was going on in the world. And I feel like that really, it was impossible to like not be influenced by like what was going on in the world during the pandemic. And so a lot of what we learned and felt, comes through in the album, just because we were just so inundated like in information during that time. Yeah.
And how did you guys manage not to like go crazy? Well, we all went kind of crazy during the pandemic, but not in a bad way. Like, to not go nuts in a bad way and get depressed and, take out this creative side for these amazing songs. How did you guys manage to do that? Because it seems like you were feeling good.
I think working on something creative is like the healthiest way of dealing with craziness or like the external madness of the world or whatever, So I think just having something as an outlet really helps. And we could all do it like as a team. So you're not just like stewing inside of your own head.
Yeah.
You're like making something with other people. So that's always like the best therapy, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. What we do in the pandemic? I don't remember a lot.
we were going crazy in a bad way.
Yeah, in a bad way.
But one of the good days, we started this radio station.
Yeah.
So.
Oh,
Yeah.
see? There you go.
But we are not touring with Tame Impala, so.
Yeah.
But they'll come here to talk.
Yeah.
But it feels good now that the pandemic is now like we talk about that on a past tense, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how you guys feel about that, but I now talk about the pandemic as if it were something in the past.
10 years ago.
In the past, 10 years ago, and it's still it's still present, but it feels like I don't have to wear a mask anymore. I don't know if I'm being irresponsible for saying this, but
Yes, you are.
It is such a funny time.
I think we're kind of sick of it too.
Yeah, I feel that also. But who knows? Like, it can just change any day.
Yeah, and also you need to
currently
keep
present,
testing negative to tour. So
What?
I don't know.
you have to keep testing negative to keep
Yeah.
on going with the tour. So
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to be extra careful on tour because getting sick just always sucks on tour, let alone COVID, you know?
Nice.
Yeah, that's like, well, the musicians we've interviewed said like now it's a very like tense time to tour because it's not like it used to be. Now like everyone has to be like really careful. Like, you know, the crowd is like happier than ever. Like, you're playing and the people seem like they haven't been to shows in a while, so they're really happy. But behind the scenes, like the whole crew, how is it? Does it feel strange to work there, like with your engineers, with your stage manager, with everyone? Like,
Well, we don't really have a real team like that, but it definitely is not as like, you have to be way more careful, and it's really stressful if you get like a cough, then all of a sudden you're like, shh, shh. I can't curse, right? I can't.
no, you
You
can,
can,
you
you
can, you
can.
can.
I can't. Okay, so
Yeah.
shit.
It wasn't that bad, you know.
Yeah, it's like not the best time, but at the same time, since we were not allowed to tour for like 2 years, it's also really fun to be back touring, and that's just all we're gonna focus on, I think. So
And we're party harder, you know. It's like we have all that contained for a while, so I like to. You are in a good practice way, in a mood, you know, friend.
why?
Partying a lot, you know.
No. I don't know if that's the. Well, it's always good to, you know, the lockdown was so stressful that going out to shows has been like a great therapy too. Like, at least for me.
Yeah.
And Alex and I have been to tons of shows over the last maybe 6 months. And at first we were scared, and it was like, oh shit, we're gonna get COVID here. But actually Alex got COVID. I don't know if it was at a show, but I haven't got it. So yeah, I feel good because I've been to a lot of shows and I'm still like COVID virgin. So
You think? So I was looking at the album will come out on June, right? On my
Yeah,
almost on my birthday, because my birthday is 23. So it will be
Wow.
nice to have it. But you girls make 10 songs, right, for this album?
yeah.
It is hard right now to make an album with a concept, and you know, because everybody release songs monthly, and I mean it's the only strategy that works. But sorry, I have a crush on my brain. but it's hard, you know, to make an album right now, or I mean, you begin with that idea, or it grows that way.
We started with the concept first, but as we wrote it, it kind of evolved naturally. It's hard to stick to something, you know, really concrete when you're doing anything creative, but we kind of stuck to, in the end, a lot of the themes that we had started with conceptually.
That's cool. And you also, well, the producer becomes a part of the band while recording, and please correct me if I'm spelling this out wrong, but you worked with Jojo Ashworth.
Juju, yeah.
Juju Ashworth. So, how did you chose the producer for this album, and how was it working with him?
It was great working with him. It's someone that we've known for a really long time, and he did our first record as well. So
He was in this band called Froth. I don't know if you guys know it.
Yeah,
but,
and Sasami. I like them.
So he's just like a homie from like the scene in LA, and he's just like he really understands the kinds of sounds we like and the kind of music we like, and so it's just like it's really comfortable working with him.
What's the kind of music that you like?
Oh man.
Tough
Haley
question.
This round we were pretty influenced by like Patrick Cowley, and yeah, kind of like those sounds. But I don't know, each song is different. Each song we kind of come up, we're like, oh, we want this to sound more like this song, or we have different references for each song. So
we were influenced by also Crass for a song and the Buzzcocks for another song. There are a few more out there.
And do you have a favorite song, or your babies? Your
Oh, on the record?
you have favorite
it's
song?
It's hard to decide which one of all your children is the prettiest.
Exactly, but everybody have. I know that.
I think Skyscraper is my favorite. It's not out yet.
Yeah. So
Yeah, mine changes all the time, but I think my favorite is Energy. It's also not out.
yeah.
My favorite is another song that's not out called Realms.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good to grow expectations because people will want to hear all these songs, and maybe when you guys are on tour, your favorite song will change. Because I remember when I once used to have a band, and I remember that I listened to the songs on the record and I loved some of them, and then when we played live, that completely changed. That's what the live performance energy changes what you think of your own music.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And the live act is more aggressive, is less aggressive. And how do you guys manage that?
I think we're pretty like playing live.
Okay.
Like how the sound is. I
Why?
think it's a lot more minimal and maybe raw because it's just 3 instruments. There's no overlaying. But I think it's like more fun because it's got a more punk vibe. I don't know,
Yeah, I've always felt like our live show is kind of really precious to us. And like it informed a lot of decisions that we make in the recording studio. Like we wrote, all of our songs like in a room together out loud, obviously. And like that feeling is something, the feeling of it live in the room is like what we try to capture. Maybe less so on this record. We did kind of like dive more into production, I think, on this record, but still a little bit informed by just like the live sound.
We're really excited to see it live someday. Do you have any plans to come to Mexico soon?
We were just talking last night about how we really want to come back to Mexico.
Mexico is definitely my favorite.
Yeah. We don't have any plans, but it's easy enough. We should book something.
Yeah, please do.
A year.
This is like a request more than a question. Please come to Mexico.
What part of Mexico are you in?
Mexico City, the greatest city in the world.
We love Mexico City.
We opened for Bauhaus.
Every time we go, well, we only went there once together, but we were like, we should live here.
Yeah, it's such a cool place.
Well,
There's a lot of people they seem like from the US or Europeans that are living here. I was talking to Mario last week about that we live in the neighborhood called Condesa, that is one of the central neighborhoods, and
Hipsters town.
hipster land.
and no one speaks Spanish here. If you go
yeah.
to a restaurant, no one speaks
Yeah.
Spanish.
That was the crazy thing. Is like,
Nice,
okay,
nice.
so I don't have dollars to pay for a coffee in my own city, and I can't talk to people because I don't speak French anymore.
Oh my God.
Nah, it's not that at all. But it's cheaper, so you can live here.
Yeah, please come live here.
Yeah, the point is that you will be welcome here if you guys move to the city, and it will inspire you in different ways.
Yeah, and you
This
can
one's-
record here also.
Yeah,
Yeah, you can
we have a
record here.
recording studio here. Well, what do you think if we listen to a song?
Let's hear New Beginnings.
And in the
Okay.
meantime, we'll show you around what La Bestia is, so that when you come, you visit us.
Amazing.
Sounds great.
Ok, bueno, vamos a escuchar New Beginning de Automatic y bueno, ya regresamos para despedirnos de las chicas.